Tuomas does such a good job at painting emotion through the music and painting a journey through the music.
Hey, real quick, I just want to welcome you to the Big Brain Singer channel, where singers and music lovers come together. I'm Charlie, and my goal is to share my knowledge of singing and love of music with as many people as possible. If you want to be the first to experience reactions just like this one, please join us on Twitch, links down below, Monday, Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you yourself are an aspiring singer and want a mini voice lesson from me, I hold a free and open vocal clinic every Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern as well. So make sure to join our community Discord server. Links are also down below. To join hundreds of music lovers like yourself and to stay updated on community events. I hope to see you there, and I hope you enjoy this reaction and analysis.
This is Nightwish, Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean. Live in Buenos Aires, right? We're going back. We're going back. Are you ready?
It's called Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean. A snowy owl above the haunted waters, poet of the ancient gods, Christ to tell the never-ending story, prophecy of becoming floods.
The leading brightest ride, the incarnation before the creator of
All right, let's get all of these textures out of the way because this is sick. Let's talk about Marco for a second. The growl, right, in that low range, but we get so much of his color, the color of his sound, which is one of the most unique things about his voice. Out of all of the metal singers that I've heard so far, he is the only one who can bring so much of that chest, low laryngeal timbre that includes color in his growl. You don't lose any of his voice. And maybe that has to do with some of the vocal damage he accrued over the time that he's been singing like this, because I know that was a thing that happened. But it's such a unique sound, and he is able to bring out so much raw intensity, raw human intensity. He takes out the color, he gives us that grit. And then we go to our Viking queen Floor, who has this lovely, resonant, low, seductive tone that just shoots up to this laser beam of sound. Listen back to it. Here we go.
See of becoming floods.
the leading brightest ride, the incarnation before the creator of
Mind you, that sound is all connected on one breath. She goes chest up into like a pingy head, like a resonant head voice, then back into chest, then she gives the growl, and on that same breath stream, without vibrato, which is even more breath intensive. So let's keep it going.
Justice Kingdom, putting on the marrow's world. There's the liquid, giving power. The red item bombard.
So one thing I love about Marco's singing right now is the way he accents every single word with a different color, with a different choice, with a different intensity that adds so much to this lead-in to what is going to be Floor singing. So just listen to all of the different little shifts in each word. That is a choice. He's choosing to do that. That's not just something that you do as a singer randomly. This is a choice that he's coloring each word with a different sound. Let's go hear that, right? That is such an intensely long phrase, dude. So if this is Hades versus Poseidon, who is Hades and who is Poseidon? Tell me this, chat. Tell me. Let's go hear that long phrase again. I want to hear the moment she takes a breath before she sings that. Marco is Hades, yeah.
A seduction, beauty, and scorn. Welcome to the end of your life. Hail the ocean born.
Disgraceful spot virginity. Death was spoken by wedding price. All great new breed, the more to do for you are the created of the image of God.
So, really amazing singers like this in any genre are like Olympic athletes. And that, what she just did, takes so much breath energy. Because what you have to do is you have to create a pressurized system in your body of air. You inhale, right? Then you start exhaling, which means you have to compress that system. Create enough force to maintain straight tone, which is from a tight vocal fold, which is caused by subglottal pressure that is so intense that the cords can't vibrate, right? And that's what creates vibrato. So it's more pressure than vibrato, what she's doing right here. She's using more air, so that's how she gets the straight tone. But then she has to sustain that compression, right? And slide up without flipping into any vibrato, without shifting any registers. She's staying in a really chesty, belty sound. She's not flipping up into head voice, which would be easier, less intensive on the musculature. And then she keeps that same timbre as she comes down, so she has to reduce the amount of pressure that's happening and still maintain that proper ratio of air, subglottal pressure to vocal fold intensity, which takes a lot of stamina in the chords themselves. And then she comes down that phrase while maintaining that whole color. It's an Olympic athletic feat. She is an athlete in her prime. Absolutely fantastic. One more time just on that last riff, right? So we talked about a little while ago how difficult it is to sing with your head like this, right? You have to have your whole body under you. You have to, your larynx has to be in the right spot, and it tends to creep up when you have your head like this. So like, try it on your own. Try it right now. If you put your head up like this, feel that larynx just tug up, and it wants to get high and tight and go like this. But she keeps it in a nice, stable spot where she can, So, impressive. Before that, she does the exact opposite of what she was doing for those high belty notes. She was releasing tension here and letting the air flow to get those growls, to get those sighs, to get those breathy sounds. She's struggling. She's showing us she's struggling through the voice's loss of power. She's losing that. She's taking away the stamina, the tension here. She's taking away the ability to withhold that pressure, and the breath is coming through. And her character in the song, therefore, is being shown to us as suffering. Watch. A little farther back. Don't say it.
From cradle to coffin, shall my wickedness.
All right, yeah, now we got to talk about it. Yeah, she's in big brain shape, dude. So the other thing from earlier, the last time we stopped, I just want to mention that her body language is completely, she's in the moment. She's in the story. She's created a character for herself to perform. She's no longer Floor. She is whatever character she has described and created for herself. But yeah, I mean, those onsets, they're kind of a signature of hers, right? Like she does those semi-frequently and they're so virtuosically. I'm talking about the hard, man. It's hard to come in there with that much power, that much resonance just on the freaking note. I mean, for me, it's like an octave down for that, but it's still really, really high. And it means that everything inside, she has to choose that sound in her head, pick apart, choose the sound and just do everything right to create that sound, create the right breath pressure for that pitch at the exact moment to make it that pristine every time. She just rocks them out, dude. She is a machine of onsets. A machine. An absolute machine of onsets.
To coffin, shall my wickedness be your passion?
And then at the end, we'll go back and let the video run out totally, but I just want to go back and hear that last phrase one more time. It's like she can go from doing all that and then just weave this beautiful vocal line. Reiterate, vocal line is just the time between you start singing until you breathe again. It's just a line of air. So when I say vocal line, that's what I mean. Oh, man.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Wow, what a piece. What a piece. The composition of the piece, gorgeous. I mean, I'm when I do this, I primarily listen to the voice. But as for the composition of that one, I mean, it has a very I think about all music as a way of telling a story. You know, I I don't really do music that doesn't have a story to it as a performer myself. Like whenever I approach a piece of music, doesn't matter if it's like just a choir piece or I'm just singing a solo in a concert or I'm singing a Christmas carol. Like I'm doing a Christmas concert this weekend and it's all the regular Christmas carols and stuff. There's a story to every song. There's a story to every musical performance. And so when I'm listening to this, I'm listening for that vocal story being told, that story being told through the voice. I've already talked about in my Dead Boys poem reaction, how Tuomas does such a good job at painting emotion through the music and painting a journey through the music. It's like, Mozart was great because he could take the tools at his disposal within the classical repertoire of composition and tell a story with those tools. Now, Tuomas does the same thing. He's not limiting himself to specific instruments, to specific styles, to like the pop structure of music, ABBA, ABABA. He is taking all of these movements. He's borrowing from classical, he's borrowing from pop, he's borrowing from metal, borrowing from rock, and creating these stories of music. So this is another story that's excellently told through music as far as the composition goes. That's what I'll say. Because I wasn't paying attention explicitly to like the form of the song. But the singers, Marco and Flora, tell an amazing story in the way that we get contrast through them. I've already talked about how they're amazing duet partners because of how their voices are so drastically different and each has something the other doesn't. And so it comes together. Flora's voice soars and is vibrant and radiant and creates all these different colors and beauty. And Marco's is so earthy, right? So earthy. Wow.
Wow, you're still here. If you did enjoy the video, I want to invite you to check out my Patreon page where I offer multiple tiers of perks for both aspiring singers as well as music lovers who want to take their listening skills to the next level. Also, I do need to say it, like 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. It really doesn't take much. Can you please just press the little button down there? If you made it this far, you probably fit in right with the rest of the people who are the Big Brain community. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.